Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I set up my Dubia Roach colony. So just for a little bit of background information, I did get a bearded dragon. She is just over a year old. I got her just under 2 months ago though. So she's fairly new to me, and I was spending so much money on her Dubia roaches because they're the most nutritious thing that she can eat, like insect wise. So I wanted to give her like what she deserves. So I decided to go with Dubia roaches. At my store, like my local pet store, they were selling them for 24 Dubia roaches for about $12, and she would go through that within 2 to 3 days, which is ridiculous. So I decided to breed them, even though it's kind of gross. But yeah, I also just wanted to apologize for how I look and everything, because I'm filming this actually on my iPhone right now because I can't find any of my camera equipment. Like I can find the camera for one, can't find the battery for it, or I can find the battery for my other camera, but I can't find my actual camera. So I'm just struggling right now. It's finally spring break for me. It just started this weekend, but college, man, college, it kills you. So I just want to apologize ahead of time. The video kind of jumps around a little bit, so if you can't follow it exactly, I just want to apologize ahead of time for that. I started filming on Friday night around midnight, and then I was so exhausted because I had work just that day, and I got up super early, blah, blah, blah. And so I was just super exhausted, and I checked online, and it says that my roaches weren't supposed to be delivered until Monday. So I was like, okay, I have plenty of time tomorrow to get it set up. I woke up again at 9 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. And then at 10 o'clock, the roaches got delivered. So they got there 2 days earlier than they were supposed to, and I was definitely not prepared. So I was like trying to rush around and get them all set up and situated while also filming this video. So I apologize ahead of time. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to comment down below and I'll answer them as soon as possible. Just a little bit of background, I ordered these guys from, I believe, dubiaroaches.com. I got 5 males and 15 females, and because you're supposed to have a 1-to-3 ratio or a 1-to-5 ratio, somewhere in between there. So for every male, you're supposed to have like at least 3 or 5 females for them so they don't fight over them. So that's just a little bit of background information for you. So what you'll need for this are these shower drains. I'm just using these instead of mesh because this is all I can find at Walmart where I got everything. Then you will also need some kind of box cutter of some sort or anything that can cut through this plastic bin. I have 2. I'm not sure which one's sharper or if there's a sharpness difference or not. So right now I'm thinking I should have one on either side of the bin. Later on, if I find like they're not getting enough oxygen or I don't think they're getting enough, I probably will add another one right here in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and measure these out and mark them with a Sharpie about where I should cut. So I'm just going to use the packaging that they originally came in to mark the area, and if I find that I need to take off more, I can just go ahead and cut off more. I'd rather cut off too little to start off with than too much so that they don't fall through. So as you can see, I now have those marked out with the Sharpie, and I decided to put them on either end of the bin, and now it is time to cut them. Alright, so I finally got this pretty much done. It's just like these last couple of pieces. There we go. And obviously I suck at cutting. Let's see if this fits. Okay, so that totally fits, and it gives me enough room to be able to glue it down on there. I think I'm going to take off like a little bit more, and we'll see how that looks. So I don't know if you can see it that well now, but it fits pretty dang perfect. The edges around it are pretty rough. I'm going to try to smooth it out, but it's really not that big of a deal because nothing's going to be touching it. So then I can also just like adjust it over wherever, so that's perfect. Now it is time to go to the next hole.
So this is what the other one turned out to look like. Obviously I made it bigger than that. So I'll probably just cut a little bit outside of the line on this one so I don't have to go back and do all that extra work. I find that the best method is just to start pushing it and pulling it a little bit and then go back in and then just continue to punch holes in it, just like that. Take it out, move it over, and then continue that cycle all the way around. I find that taking it and dragging it around is a lot more work, and that's how my other blade broke. So I think I'm just gonna stick with this method for right now. This one literally took like a quarter of the time that it took me to do the last one. This took me like maybe like 2 minutes to do. The other one took me like 10 or 15. This is just like the little last piece that's attached to it. I'm just gonna go ahead and rip that bad boy off. And let's see how this fits. It fits pretty well. I'm probably gonna go in and cut off a little bit more just to even it out some more, but it's pretty dang perfect. So for the inside part of the tank, first of all, obviously, you're gonna need the actual tub itself. So this one is a 30-gallon. It's by Sterilite. I got it from Walmart. It was like $12 or something, so it wasn't too expensive. So I have that. Another thing you're gonna need are some egg crates. I got this off of Amazon. Let me see. Sorry. So these are eco-friendly egg flats. I'm not sure how many come in here. Okay, I just counted them and 18 come in here. They can hold up to 30 eggs, which doesn't really matter because we're not using them for eggs. But you're gonna need a package of these to physically go inside of the tub, and that's where the roaches are gonna be sleeping, mating, living their life, and so forth. Another thing you'll need is an under tank heater. So this is the one that I got. It has an adjustable heat thing right there. So you can adjust how hot you want it to get up to. That's the back side of it. Looks like that. And then also for this, because you need very specific temperatures in the Dubia Roach's habitat, you're going to need a thermostat. So I ordered one of these. It's made to stick onto here. Has this part right here. You stick it onto the mat, I believe. I still have to read the instructions for it. And then you set it so it doesn't get past a certain temperature and so on. So you can keep it at a pretty constant temperature for your roaches, which is super important, especially when it comes down to them actually breeding. Just so that you guys know, I got all 3 of these things off of Amazon. I will leave links down to them in the description box down below in case you are interested in purchasing the same exact things that I have. Obviously, you're more than welcome to explore with other companies and other brands. Look at the reviews, see what other people have to say about them. I think that's really important. One thing I did notice is that if you're going to get an under tank heater, you're pretty much always going to need a thermostat. This is just the one that was recommended to me. I went through a couple different reviews, read them, and this one seemed pretty highly rated, especially since it goes along with the under tank mat that I got. Okay, so change of plans. I just got the roaches in. They weren't supposed to come until Monday. It's Saturday. And I didn't finish setting up their living space last night, so I'm gonna go ahead, put the egg cartons in there, put these guys in there, and then I'll finish setting up the outside part with the heater and everything after that. So I'm just gonna put these up horizontal so that any of their feces goes straight to the bottom. It'll fall out. As where some people lay it down flat like that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna have it sitting up like that. And then with these egg cartons or egg crates, I think I'm gonna have them alternating. think that's how it goes, so that they have room to crawl around in there. Maybe it's like that. Yeah, it's like that. There we go. So they have plenty of room to crawl around and get around in there, so they're not like super confined. So right now I have 5 egg cartons in there, and they're facing the same direction as each other. As you can see, like these things line up, besides for this one, which I'm about to change, just so that they have room to run around. Their food and stuff's gonna go right there. As for their food and water container, I'm planning on just using this. It's from Taco Bell. I got Taco Bell last night, and it's just like their little food container. It's for their Fiesta potatoes. I'm planning on just filing down the edges so they're, you know, they have grippies on them, because they can't, Dubia roaches can't climb smooth surfaces. So my plan is just to file it, give it a little bit of texture. I don't know if you can see that. Just so that they can climb it and get to their food. I was looking at these, and I think that this part, how it has that lip right there, might be a little bit hard for them to climb over. So I think I'm just going to cut all of this off, just so it's at the bowl part. As you can see, it's pretty well textured, so I think that they should be able to climb into this. I might go around on the inside and do it as well so they can get out, and I'm just going to rinse them off with water just to get any loose of that plastic powder off of it so they're not ingesting that. Okay, so that is done. These are all filed and whatnot. So now I'm going to add their food. Right now I'm using the Fluker's high calcium cricket diet. I'll probably also put in like some oranges or something, or some bananas in there just for extra, a little extra something. So I'm just gonna go ahead, sprinkle some in there. There we go, just like that. And then I'm also taking the Fluker's cricket quencher. Oh my goodness, get that 10 times fast. Calcium fortified. So this is like their water gel. So that's what they drink, because they will drown if you keep them in still water, or if you put still water in there. So I'm gonna go ahead, add some. The stuff's so like, I don't know, something about it just grosses me out. I get grossed out easily, in case you haven't noticed. So I think that's like a perfect amount. And then once a week, I'll probably be opening it, maybe a couple more days. I'll open it up inside, and I'll check on it almost every couple of days, see how they're doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the bin. Okay guys, so now what I'm going to do is add in a old Sprite bottle. It has some holes popped on the top of the aluminum foil, just wrapped it around there. This is for humidity, so I just poked some holes on there. If you ever were that kid in middle school, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You should know how to do this. I'm just going to put it there in the corner so it doesn't fall out. Next, I'm going to add in just a quarter of an orange. I heard that they really like oranges, and especially since I'm not actually feeding these guys to my actual bearded dragon, I'm not going to be worried about what they have in their stomachs that much, because they're just here for breeding purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Okay, you guys, so I have all the roaches situated in their tank right now. Now it's time to finally get the under tank heater set up as well as the thermostat. So I'm going to go ahead, read the instructions, and then I'll do a time lapse of me setting it up. Okay, you guys, I think I finally have it set up. So as you can see, the mat is underneath the tub right there. The little sensor is right there on top of it. And then over here I have, so the actual heat mat is plugged in right here to the thermostat. I set it to about 92 degrees. Things I read online were saying, some were saying it has to be 95 degrees. Other people were saying it has to be 85 degrees. So I just did something right in the middle. So as you can see, it's currently at 79 degrees, 79.8 degrees. So it's heating up right now. I'm going to keep an eye on it to see if it turns off once it reaches to 92 degrees and see what temperature it turns back on at. But hopefully this works out for it.
Anyways, that completes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all or comments regarding it, leave them down in the comment section down below and I'll be able to see them and respond to them. Make sure you guys subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and if you want to, I can also do a Meet My Bearded Dragon video. Okay, I hope you guys have a wonderful day.